Haynes is trying to play on right now.
Ryder a bit quiet tonight. Into Wallace. Wallace.
He's gonna pass there. Up top. Oh, Rasheed! What a one-handed catch from St.
Kowski forced Bonzi into a miss, and now a steal by Wells. 3-on-1. Wallace. Come on!
They can't figure it out. Michael, a wary look toward the officials.
And Rasheed from long range. Oh! Yes! Yes! Oh!
Ryder from Stoudemire. Outside to Wallace, who takes it to the hole for the slam.
She got a thing for Chanel vintage that dropped before she could speak English. Do you love me and love seeking attention?
What's up, YouTube? We're back in the video. Comes out a big body bangers. You can show every 222 video. Now, first thing first, make sure like, comment, subscribe. On the road to 3K. You know what I'm saying? Today, I am the build dealer, and look what I'm coming at y'all with this Rasheed Wallace build video. Yes, sir. This was requested. It was highly requested too. Like, I'm surprised a lot of people requested this before, like other builds like Donovan Mitchell or Damian Lillard. Like, this was requested. I mean, and it's here now. And, you know, I had to do a lot of research because obviously I didn't grow up watching Rasheed Wallace, but he was a 3-time All-Star. At a point was averaging 20 points per game. You know, he was an amazing offensive and defensive player, and obviously very pivotal in that Detroit Pistons offense. You know, that Detroit Pistons team didn't have one star player. They were all just a collective group of great players, which kind of shows you the power of a team. So, you know, and Rasheed Wallace wasn't the best Wallace on that team, in my opinion, you know, because you had Ben on there, but still, you know, he did his luck thizzle, and yeah, I had fun making this build, you know, post-scoring type of build. So without further ado, let's get right into these pie charts. So what I used is the finishing and shooting pie chart. I was contemplating between the defense one, but his post scoring would have been too low. Like, his post control would have been too low. So I went with the balanced finishing and shooting one to even it out. And on top of that, when I edit my wingspan and everything, I have like a 79 block or 80 block if you want an 80 block. You know, it depends how you edit it. Now, for the physical profile, I went with the balanced one because, you know, he wasn't the quickest or whatever, but he was still an athlete. He could jump, you know, he could jump, like jump out the gym, jump. And on top of that, he was strong, which is how we could back down defenders and just do a little baby hook on them or a drop step or do a post fade. So, you know, I really wanted to represent that. So the balanced pie chart did it the best, in my opinion. Now, as you see, you're going to be able to have big man contact dunks. You're not going to be able to have regular contact dunks. You know, I was trying to see if you could, but it's impossible. So there's no point in trying to stretch out just to have the regular contact dunks. So, you know, big man contact dunks is way more than enough, especially for Rasheed. And on top of that, you're going to be able to shoot from the 3-point line. There was a couple seasons where Rasheed was at 33% from the 3-point line. So, you know, I know he could shoot. And I know that he could shoot from the mid-range area. He was a consistent mid-range shooter, consistent post-fade type of shooter. And you see the defense, obviously it's only 6 defensive rebound badges, but it's still more than enough. And that block and steal rating will go up when I edit my wingspan. But yeah, I feel like I made a pretty balanced build on all ends. You know, it's going to be 6'10", so it's going to have pretty good height for a power forward. And it's going to have, you know, pretty good speed at 64 speed at 6'10". That's pretty good. 225 pounds. You know, I wasn't trying to make him like the Flash or anything, but he was doing what he had to do. You know, Rasheed Wallace was a little bit big on that court, so, you know, I had to represent it here. And you see with the wingspan, so the wingspan, you can go one of two ways. So if you max it out, you'll have defensive takeover, right? You'll have the rim protector takeover. But if you go at 91 inches, you'll have a spot up shooter takeover. So you're going to see what I mean when I show you right here. You see you have the spot up shooter and the post scorer takeover, right? But when you max out your wingspan, the spot up shooter takeover goes away and is replaced with the rim protector. So it's up to you. Either way, I would go with the post scoring takeover, and I go with the 91 wingspan just for better 3-point shooting. But like I said, it's all up to you. You know, if you want to grind a 99 and get that 71 3-pointer eventually, and then they get boost to get it 75, then go ahead, be my guest. And you see right here, I made an interior big. Anton Jameson, pretty good to comparison. Wendell Carter Jr., John Collins. I don't know about the John Collins one, but the Wendell Carter Jr. is pretty good comparison. So yeah, with this build, you know, like I said, it's a pretty great post scoring build, and on top of it, it's a two-way post scoring build, so it can play offense and defense. You know, it can impact both ends of the floor and doesn't really have any weaknesses besides like ball handling. But obviously you wouldn't expect a 6'10" power forward to be a ball handler unless it's like Giannis. But this is not a Giannis build, baby. Not today. That was back in September. That was one of the first builds I did for 2K22. So hey, if you want to go back to that, go back to that. But hey, we have Rasheed Wallace right now. But as you see right here, I pretty much is working in the post the whole game, you know, showing y'all that, you know, this build has post scoring ability like Rasheed in real life. And on top of that, it has defensive ability even without the defensive pie chart. You see I'm stealing from Jay Crowder, with only Brown's pickpocket. And then on top of that, drop stepping to seal it off. So it kind of just shows you that it can do everything. It's a do it all. And then when you hit 99, the defensive stats only go up. You see the lob. Like I said, Rasheed Wallace could jump out the gym. So the lob right there is just proof I got you. And then the nice little pulse fade. This build was very skilled is what I will say. Like this build, it was just felt like one that could be like super fun to play with just because of the skill level that it takes to really be good with this build. And I had a good time playing with this build. You know, I did what I had to do on the court, and I was catching lobs left and right. I was doing post fakes. I was getting blocks and stuff. Like, you know, this build is no pushover. Obviously it has like 70s ratings in the the defensive end, but it's eventually going to hit 80s once you hit 99 overall. And on top of that, the 70s is more than enough to be a good defender in 2K, especially as a 6'10" power forward. If you have a 70 block rating, that is more than enough to block shots, especially if you have rim protector equipped. So I mean, I'm gonna say is I was blocking shots from my Zion Williamson build last year with a 50-something block. I was chased down blocking. If you are an OG, you should remember that. Like I was going crazy, you know. There was not much that people could do. Like, that's all I'm going to say. But as you see right here, you know, it's just simple skill stuff, you know, just skill level type of playing is what I'm doing, you know, like post scoring, post hooks, post fades, drop steps, 3-point shots occasionally, you know, blocking shots. It's just all fundamental, and it's a wide variety of things on the court. It's not just one level score, it's a 3-level score, and it's a 2-way 3-level score. So it can do everything on the court that you need it to do as a power forward, and it really does fill in that role. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, y'all. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road 3K. I'm gonna try to start posting every day. We're gonna see if I can do it for this week. I want to see what happens. But yeah, I'm out. Peace.